Alright, it's card of the day, series 5, and this is card number 318 titled Makeup for the Bantha. Let's learn more about the Bantha. The Bantha was one of the most adaptable herbivorous creatures in the galaxy and could be found on several worlds including Tatooine. They were able to survive in almost any extremes of environment and could go without food or water for several weeks. Although Bantha subspecies had diverged from their baseline ancestors, most shared similar characteristics. They were quadrupeds that were covered with long, shaggy fur and had large curved horns. A common Bantha adult, Bantha majoris, was between 2 and 3 meters tall and could weigh up to 4,000 kilos. Their lifespan was between 80 and 100 years, and they reached sexual maturity at the age of 20. Some sentient species had been known to ride Banthas, such as Tusken Raiders. Bulls tended to be larger than the cows, and both genders grew a pair of spiral horns. Most female Banthas achieved just a single spiral during their lifetime, while a male could achieve 2 full spirals before its death. The distinctive spiral horns of the Bantha grew at the rate of a knob each year. Thickness and condition of the horns were an indication of the Bantha's health and environment. Bulls fought each other by butting heads in ritual combat. The spirals on their horns could cause the pair to become entangled, which almost always meant death for both Banthas, as the pair would soon collapse from exhaustion and eventually succumb to death by dehydration. Banthas used their dexterous, sensitive tongue as a sort of hand used in pulling up grass and shrubs from the ground. Also located on the tongue were breathing and scent spiracles. Male Banthas also raised their tongue as a way to signal their readiness to mate. Banthas traveled in herds of up to 25 individuals, led by the oldest, strongest female. A herd which grew too large was split, with the second oldest and strongest female taking the new herd. The gestation period was 30 months, and the newborn's birth weight was about 50 kilograms. Female Banthas produced blue milk from mammary glands that was consumed by sentients as a drink. Bantha dung was another useful byproduct of the species, as it smoldered for a significant amount of time and was used by Tuskens as cooking fuel. Banthas had 3 nailed hooves that were typically trimmed by their owners. Banthas were harvested for their meat by workers or were put in animal nurseries for long-term sustained harvesting on multiple worlds. The Bantha was domesticated on most worlds and were used for pulling heavy loads, transportation, and even as war beasts. The meat and hide of the Bantha were much sought after. While the origins of the Bantha were unknown, every world on which it existed laid claim to it as being its home world. There were at least 3 distinct subspecies found on the planet Tatooine: the common Bantha, the dwarf Bantha, and the dune Bantha. Noted for their docility, the dwarf race, also referred to as miniature Banthas, made amiable pets, as in the case of Eben Q3 Baobad's companion, Nuke. Another additional subspecies, the Kashyyyk Bantha, was suitably adapted for life on the Wookiee homeworld, and the Killian Bantha was adapted for living in the mountainous region of Killia 4. Feral Banthas were also found on Talasea, where they developed an aggressive personality and roamed the forested world at will, attacking anything that crossed its path. Swamp Banthas were brought to Oma Dun to help colonize the moon. That's it for now. More information on the next Bantha card. And now it's the back side of the card, and it's a puzzle piece. Alright, that's the card of the day. Look out for the next card. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and click subscribe. You can follow Star Wars Obsessed on Instagram and Facebook.